Have you ever felt like your life looks messy? Then it must mean that you're failing. Like if you're broke, if things are falling apart, or if you don't have the full experience, then suddenly you ain't good enough. I used to think that way. Truth is, I grew up poor, surrounded by addiction, dysfunction, and pain. And somewhere along the way, I convinced myself that the only way to be better than that was to cut out the bad completely. Only good, only control, only perfect. But what happens when life doesn't cooperate? What happens when the bad shows up anyway? Today, we're talking about what it really means to be whole, even when life looks anything but. I'm your host, Sharitha, and this is Powerfully You. I help emotionally wounded, spiritually curious people heal from trauma and reclaim their voice so that they can stop people pleasing, start living their truth, and turn their pain into power. And on this show, we tell the truth about healing, the kind of truth most people are afraid to say out loud. So let's get into it. Why bad feels like failure. I grew up in chaos, poverty, a drug addicted mother, an emotionally immature dad, and a dysfunctional ass family. As a kid, I decided I wanted to get far away from this. Every time I couldn't escape the mess, I felt like I was slipping back into being one of them. And in my mind, being like them meant I wasn't good enough. So I created this belief: only good equals worthy, bad equals shame, mess equals failure. And here's the problem with that: life is messy. So I ended up fighting reality itself, thinking if life ever got ugly, it was proof that I was failing, or not good enough, or not doing enough. Escaping the mess. As an adult, I carried that rule everywhere. When I was broke and couldn't afford the full experience, I felt not good enough. With my kids, I wouldn't even take them places unless I knew I could give them the whole thing: tickets, food, souvenirs, all of it. If I couldn't, then the whole experience wasn't worth it. Even now, something small, like not being able to pick up things my daughter needs, makes me feel like I'm not good enough. The truth is, I've been confusing being human with being like my family. I associate every bad moment with them. Broke equals them. Struggle equals them. Needing help equals them. And I wanted to run far away from that identity as I could, because some of them abuse the system. There's nothing wrong with getting help, but for me, there is something wrong with depending on it for everything. See, my family made being broke a lifestyle. They accepted that shit and wore it like a badge of honor. I never felt like they were ashamed of it, just good at being poor, and I wanted nothing to do with it. Wholeness includes the mess. But here's what I'm learning now. Every bad moment in my life taught me something essential. Growing up in dysfunction taught me survival and clarity. Getting pregnant at 13 gave me resilience. Dropping out of college forced me to define success on my own terms. Even the emotionally abusive relationship showed me the cost of losing myself. And sitting on this couch today, stripped of everything that once defined me, is teaching me that I am still worthy, even without the pride. The bad didn't ruin me, it refined me. Wholeness isn't just a highlight reel, it's the ugly, the beautiful, the broken, and the abundant, the ups and the downs. When I stopped rejecting the mess, I started seeing it as part of my humanity. And that's when I stopped running from myself. Devil's advocate. Now I know what some might be thinking, but Sharitha, if I accept the bad, doesn't that mean I'm settling? Doesn't that mean I'll get stuck in the mess? Trust me, I thought of that too, y'all. I thought if I accepted it, then I like or approve of it. And I was not going down without a fight. See, I had watched my family accept the bad as a way of life and settle. and I was not going to be like them. But here's the thing. Accepting the bad doesn't mean you stay in it. It means you stop letting it define your worth. You can still make changes, still grow, still want better, but now you're moving from love instead of shame. Because shame says, if it's messy, I'm not good enough. Love says, if it's even messy, I'm still worthy. And from here, I can choose differently. Reflective moment. Take a deep breath with me right here. Ask yourself, what bad moments in my life actually gave me something essential? How have I confused being human with being like my family? Where am I still rejecting small messiness, imperfections, delay, disappointments, instead of welcoming them as proof of life? What would wholeness look like if it included the ugly parts, not just the good? Sit with those questions, let them stir something. Final soul truth. Here's the soul truth I want you to take. Mess doesn't mean failure. Mess means you're alive. Wholeness isn't about cutting out the bad. It's about holding the good, the bad, the ugly together and saying, this is me, and I am still worthy. Thank you for sitting with me in this conversation. I know it's not easy to face the parts we have been taught to reject, but I hope you leave here remembering this. Your worth ain't up for debate. It doesn't rise and fall with money, success, or how good life looks on the outside. You are worthy in the joy and in the mess, in the abundance and in the lack, in the beauty and in the ugly. That's what it means to be whole. So this week I want you to practice not running from your humanity. Practice embracing it and let yourself be enough, even here, even now, even messy as hell.